Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Rigo Villa. I'm one of the community managers on the Cisco Learning Network, and I'll be your host today. In this session, we're going to be covering 360 dashboards with our speaker and presenter, Julio Guerrero. But before we get started, I wanted to share a couple of quick housekeeping notes. First, I want to let our attendees know that this session is being recorded and you'll be able to access the on demand replay as soon as it's over. Next, I would like to take a moment to address Q&A and poll questions. We are going to be using Slido for any questions during the live event, so please feel free to submit them directly on your Slido window, and one of our amazing panelists will be ready to assist you. We are also going to be using Slido to launch a few poll questions throughout the presentation that you could participate in. Just make sure that you are ready to engage with the polls and submit your questions by scanning that QR code on your screen with your mobile device, or you can go ahead and log in directly through our Catalyst Center live streams page. We're also going to be launching a Slido survey at the end of the live stream, and we would really appreciate it if you could just lend a minute of your time to fill it out. We always look forward to receiving your valuable feedback and look forward to reading your comments as well. One important note about Slido is that it's only available to our live audience. So if you're catching this session on demand, the polls and the question submissions will not be active. So it's just something to keep in mind as you're watching this session at a later time. All right, and without any further delay, I'd like to introduce today's speaker who is going to drive today's session. Hello, Julio. How are you?
Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're happy to host you on this session. What we will have for Catalyst Center 360 dashboards and assurance. Great, thank you. So we can get started. Welcome. My name is Julio Guerrero. I'm a solutions architect with Campus Network. I've been working with the products mostly on Catalyst Center and Cisco Spaces, covering a couple of the use cases. Including new deployments for the new versions that we have for Catalyst Center, AWS, ESXi, new platforms, and so on. So for today's session, we're aiming to go a little bit further into what is Catalyst Center Assurance, how it will empower you to have these 360 health dashboards that will offer you a complete view of your network devices, the client and applications. It will help you to enable proactive monitoring and swift issue detection, so you can properly fix these kind of issues that are on your network. You will also learn a little bit of how to leverage the AI-driven analytics and the customizable health scores, providing some actionable insights that you will be able to take a look to analyze and find the root cause analysis to identify and remediate these network issues faster. Furthermore, we will discover these advanced features like AI-driven anomaly detection, the machine reasoning for complex issue resolution, and they are designed mostly to enhance your operational efficiency and proactive network management use on your network. So we have the first poll. We would like to know more about your Catalyst Center deployment, on which version you are running. So if you are in 2x or below, you are 3.2 to 2.3.4, you already have 2.3.5, 2.3.7, or you don't have any Catalyst Center installed. So please feel free to go on Slido and get some feedback for us. Let's get started. One of the most important features in Catalyst Center is assurance. You know that today's network complexity, we're dealing with a lot of ever-changing world where networks and applications and users everywhere, it's incredibly complex to manage sometimes. In this diagram, you can see that the representation shows that literally we can have 100 more possible points of failure between a user and the application itself, from the client firmware, the Wi-Fi interfaces, the WAN performance, authentication services. All these issues can arise at every single step when you're trying to use something on your network. You can see in these bubbles that we have many different problems that can be causing some bad performance on your network, like the client density, the wireless LAN controller capacity, QoS issues that you may have, some bandwidth issues that you can have on the WAN, the end user services. You have all of these other features that we have on the network, such as the Catalyst Center for configuration and assurance for your network devices, ICE for authentication, or IP addressing. All of them can get through any problem at any time. So this leads to a constant and sometimes frustrating question. Okay, where is the problem? What is the problem? How can we fix it fast? These are just some issues you can see because on a daily rate, our IT teams, in fact, they spend about 43% of your time at work troubleshooting these issues. Now, we can see this as a reminder of the burden of urgent need for solutions that simplify this complexity and empower us to find us and fix the problems faster. So, how does Catalyst Center Assurance come into work to help us fix these issues faster? It will help you to set some policies to ensure the network delivers proper top performance for all the key applications and services you have on your network. It uses some these four advanced processes of baselines to optimize the experience. We start with the network telemetry contextual data, complex events, correlated insights, and guided remediation. First, as you can see, we will collect real-time information from all the network devices and sources that you have. You can see this as a camera angles that you have in a football match. You will try to sense from everywhere and have a comprehensive contextual view of your network health. Then the Catalyst complex event processing will use all distributed analytics on Cisco switches, routers, the wireless LAN controllers, access points, and the users to act instantly on critical events. You will easily identify what is happening at certain moments of time on each part of your network. As soon as you onboard all your network devices, you will have all this visibility, and the central analytics engine will process border data to anticipate and prevent issues. Then we have these correlated insights that it's an AI-driven, where we will help you to cut through the noise. You will be using this machine learning to set a custom baseline based on many other environments that we have been sensing to reduce false alerts, to help your IT teams to spot real problems, trends, and the root cause of these issues quickly. Finally, the guided remediation. After you identify the problem, you will be able to get some insights and they will guide you step by step how to fix the issues in logical solutions using this machine reasoning. So the teams can be able to resolve the issues faster with greater confidence. Some of the assurance features, as you may know if you are familiar with the Catalyst Center, are as follows. We have the health, the 360 views that I will be going a little bit more deeper today, all the insights and advanced features. So as you can see, these features are designed to give you network visibility and proactive management. All of them are structured on these main four categories and will provide you a clear status of your network, clients, application, also SD access if you have enabled SD access on your network, and they will cover wireless and wired environments. This second part, as you can see, the 360 views will offer the deep, holistic perspective on all these devices, including the routers, switches, wireless LAN controllers, access points, along with the clients and application. We have for devices, for client and application 360 views, where you will be able to monitor more in a deep base what is happening on those part of those devices and clients that are part of your network. Third, we have the insights that will help you transform raw data into actionable intelligence. This includes a specific for device insight, client application, and suggested action that will come, as you say, as I mentioned, for the events and troubleshooting. Finally, we have these advanced features for Wi-Fi 6, 6E to 6 readiness, PoE, route detection, AWIP detection, intelligent capture, AI analytics, and comprehensive site analytics too. This is most advanced feature that we may help you to cover in one of our future webinars. So all these capabilities for Cisco Assurance will provide you a robust reporting to understand what is happening all the time on your network. This will collectively ensure the true intelligence that will give you all this proactiveness and secure network experience. As you know, when we're trying to sense a network, we need to be aware of the network time travel. So we will be collecting information from your client health score within the 24 hours that we have had these devices on board and they have been sitting there. The issue detection, that is about 3 hours that you can handle. There is some real-time status, proactive monitoring, and the global insights that you can get in the future to understand the trends that you have on your network. So as you can see, this is a full view of what you will be gathering with all the telemetry that you get from your devices. And as you can see, this is powered by the unique temporal graph technology that you will be able to have full contextual state up to 30 days from your network events, issues, assurance, and so on. So this is all part of the assurance suite that we have on a Catalyst Center. And I will show you a little bit more with the network time travel to understand what happened before, and then with the insights, what can you plan for the future. We also have our machine reasoning engine that it's a powerful system designed to bring advanced intelligence to network operation. This is the heart of the architecture is the Catalyst Center appliance, as you can see, which hosts this machine reasoning engine itself. This is going to perform the inference, processing all data to derive meaningful insights that are present through the Assurance UI. All that we are capturing from Assurance UI will go through the machine reasoning. We will be able to get it from the Catalyst Center appliance there. And as you can see, we're sensing from many other network devices and the clients all this information. And the machine reasoning engine will help you to get into further information on a dashboard. So we will see a little bit and all the dashboard that we have available for Catalyst Center 360, how this works. Then we also have the AI network analytics that will help you provide an intelligent approach for managing and optimizing the network performance. At the core of this is to collect all the data from your network infrastructure, including the offsites and network services. It will use different protocols, as you can see, such as an API, SNMP, NetFlow, CLI, to collect all the information that we can get from these devices. So you can see this information will be anonymized data that will move to the Cisco AI cloud, where we will be able to store that and check what is going on. It will get some more sophisticated machine learning stack. Will encompass this time series model, the graphic models, the deep learning, and so on that you can see on top here, this machine learning stack to process all the information from AI network analytics. All these trained models will have the power prediction pipelines and APIs to generate valuable anomalies and insights for you. So this will be fed back to the Catalyst Center Assurance UI, and the entire system supports advanced capabilities such as wireless analytics, opt-in cloud analytics, and long-term analytics that will transform all this raw data from your network into actionable intelligence to provide network management and optimization. Now, what do you need to go on get the Catalyst Center assurance? There are some prerequisites that you will need to comply. So there are some mandatory. First of all, you will need to install your Catalyst Center on board your devices. After that, as you can see, we will start designing our network. First with the hierarchy, involve the creation of the area, site, building floors. All this work that you do in advance when you are working with the Catalyst Center is the first step that you need. Then you will go to set up all the device credentials for network services. That will help you to be able to log in into your network devices. And it is part of the design network settings before you start working the discovery tasks. After the credentials are set up and you have everything set, you will start discovering your devices. There are different methods, as you can see. We have a CDP, LLDP, or you can specify an IP address range. Remember, the latency between the Catalyst Center and your network devices is recommended to be 100 milliseconds or less, so you can have better insights in between them. And finally, we will assign these devices to a site. They will be sitting on each side as per your hierarchy design. And this step is essential, so Catalyst Center Assurance relies on these site assignments to provide accurate information and insights. The entire process will help you enable these vital device controllability settings, and will help you ensure comprehensive and efficient network management. After that, whenever you are working with the Catalyst Center, we need to ensure the version compatibility check. You may want to onboard different kind of devices, switches, routers, etc. So you need to validate your Cisco network devices that are in a supported versions and are able to get the assurance application on it. You will have the Catalyst Center compatibility matrix. There's a link here. And you will be able to check for a specific device which version is compatible and which are the levels of license that you can get on them. In order to use the device 360 dashboards, the client 360 dashboards, you will need at least the Cisco Catalyst Center Advantage license level. You can also take a look on the subscription matrix that it's for switching in this case. That you can see some other features like overall health dashboard. They come with essentials, health dashboard for device network, and so on. They come from essential too. But if you want to access some more of the advanced features to get the Cisco AI Network Analytics, Endpoint Analytics, application visibility, install your Cisco Eyes and StelWatch, get a license. You can get also the expansion pack. Applies very similar to the wireless licensing for App 360, AP 360, wireless LAN controller, and Client 360 for wireless. You will also need Cisco Catalyst Advantage. So Essentials, remember, will help you provide all the foundational capabilities, primarily focused on essential dashboards that will include, as we mentioned, the overall health, network health, client health, application health, and so on. And it will give you a solid understanding of your wireless network environment. But if you want to unlock more advanced feature, you will need to get the Advantage license. We will go to the second poll. If you would like to get some feedback, will be really good for us to get. We would like to know which are the most applications that you use on Catalyst Center. If you use plug and play, if you already deploy SD access, if you are using assurance a lot, APIs, or you are not using any, please let us know. Now we will go over the demo. We will use one of our Catalyst centers that I have on the lab. So just give me 1 second. We will jump there. Let me expand this quickly. So this is one of my Catalyst centers. I will show you here. We're running 2377. Current recommended version, as you know, is 2379. You can see all the packages that have been installed here, including the assurance for base sensor. You can also check that if we go to the software management. There may be some packages that need to be updated. Whenever you do the full upgrade of your Catalyst Center, you can see which next release will be available for you. But if you click on current install applications, you will see a list of assurance applications that we get on our Catalyst Center already installed. As you can go a little bit down, we will find for assurance, we have AI network analytics, assurance-based automation, machine reasoning, and path trace. We will take a look on these features for assurance in a second. So first of all, we go back to our main dashboard and Catalyst Center. You can see a little bit of the assurance summary. First of all, you will have the health of your network. This is the global health for all your network devices along all your sites. And it will be having a health score. We will take a look a little bit on how the health scores are calculated, and it will tell you which is the performance that you have on your network devices and your clients. In this case, I only have wireless clients, and we can click on View Details. We'll take you to the main assurance dashboard, Health, to take a look on the different devices that we have. They will be separated between the families, if there are routers, how you tag them between routers, distribution access switches, the wireless LAN controller, and the access points. And it will give you a slight detail on what is the health on all of those. So green is just all good. They have 100% of health. We can see for our wireless clients, also we can see that. After that, if we go to network health, we have all these tabs here from network, client, applications, SD access, and also network services for SD access and AI analytics. Now, if we go down a little bit, as we mentioned, the main goal, one of the main goals of Catalyst Center Assurance is for you to be able to detect and mitigate some errors that you have in your network. We will have the top 10 issue types wherever you can click them and take a look. That we have excessive lag between Cisco Catalyst Center and one of my edge switches. It will give you where is the location, what is the device name, type, and when it occurred first. If we click on one of these items, using the machine learning and AI-driven insights, you will be able to identify which error happened there. And from there, you will have suggested actions. So you will be able to have this error message exactly from edge one and check the time on the device. You need to go and click on these buttons. It will send you the CLI command straightforward to your edge device. As you can see, already check the clock. Maybe clock is okay. We can check the NTP status here. We may have on sync here, so I may need to go back and review what is the issue with my NTP, and then verify that they are sync and there's no issue between my devices, the NTP. Give you some other insights. If there is no servers configured, please configure one. If they're not deployed, please reset the time. And if you're still having some issues, you can call tag. There are going to be many different type of issues that you can get here from all the insights that we already have stored, and you can look them here on the issue settings. There's going to be a global profile that will give you a list of all the possible errors that you can get. You can play around a little bit with them if you want to see them, if you want to acknowledge them. Let's give it a second, takes some extra seconds. We will have different priorities, as you can see, from P1 to P3. There's going to be the issue resolution. It can be manual or automatic. Just take an example here. If you have a one interface down, you click on it, you can enable, you can change the priority, and what you can see which kind of devices it will apply for router, core distribution, and access. You can check for this interface down, and the resolution will be given again by these insights on the issue detection and suggestion for fix that. You can also subscribe to these error messages. We can go for one of our other webinars to understand how can the subscription can be done for each specific issue that you have. So getting back to health, as I was mentioning, each of the devices, you can see there are some other site analytics here for onboarding attempts, for wireless connection speed, each one telling which of the sites that we have, coverage, everything looks here, top issue types that we have already seen here. And then we can go to network, where you will see this timeline. It will give you information about when you have some problems in the network. You can go a little bit deeper to take a look on the specific devices. This is where the device 360 will help you to identify further issues. So this you can get from the global hierarchy, get per one of your sites, and you can also modify that per time range. Come from 3 hours, 24 hours, 7 days, and you can also come back in time up to 30 days, as we mentioned. We can take from August 15 to September 16. That will give you the full 30 days of information that network devices have been behaving. So again, from network devices, we will have different type of families, from core distribution access controllers and access points. And we have some other information here about the assurance for wireless. If we go down a little bit here, we will have a list of the overall health for my devices. We have a couple of 9300, some access points and wireless LAN controller, all of them having really good from the last 24 hours, as you can see. But if we go a little bit further and select one of the devices, let's take my border, it will take me to the device 360 view of it. This is loading right now. Maybe we can change a little bit on that time range and apply and see if this device has been getting good health. Seems like for last 7 days, the device health has been really good. Now, how do we measure and calculate the device health? As you can see, we have different KPIs to create this health score. In the case of this switch, we will measure memory utilization, CPU utilization, link errors, inter-device link availability, and link discards. We also need to check that telemetry status is good. That means that the device is onboarded, has been sending all the telemetry to Catalyst Center, and has been pulling all the data needed for us to create these assurance dashboards for you. Now, we'll give you all the device details, so you can see the model, management IP address, the location, software version, the role that you have assigned to it, if it's in SD Access Fabric, was the role, the fabric side, the virtual networks that you have in it, what is the uptime, and reachability from Catalyst Center. You can click all details, it will have you the same summary here. And also the same issues that we have seen on the top 10 issues. You see excessive lag time between Catalyst Center and your border switch. You will also have the physical network topology, where Catalyst Center will draw for you what is the connectivity between the border. And you can see there's between the three switches and hubs that we have here, connection we have from the border to the two edges and the fusion. So you will also check health status, IP addressing in case you want to verify how's the connectivity. Also, we offer for you the event viewer. How does the process of getting this device, it was reachable, ping reachable, differs a little bit from a different type of devices. We will see that when we go to one of the access points. We also have the path trace tool, wherever you can source from your IP address from your border device, and we can try to ping the edge. It will, to reach one of our edge devices. You can select the product, we can say for TCP, but little troubleshooting that you can create from here, it will give you a path trace in between the two nodes. So the path trace is there, they're like directly connected, there's no issue in between. You can see everything is good, they have inter-VLAN routing running on. And you can also have the application experience, where all the applications that you have as defined as a business relevant or irrelevant, you will see how much traffic of those you have been running on this specific device. We will have a detailed information about the CPU, how's the consumption of CPU. You can select the different cores here and see the graph of the CPU utilization. But as we saw from the top, that the CPU has been really good all over the time, has utilization very low, 2%, memory utilization 40%. So whenever you want to modify a little bit of these KPIs, I will guide you in a second. You will be able to tweak that a little bit to have, if you want to set, for example, the CPU utilization to 70 to say that it's already high, you can do that from here. And you will be able to have a better monitoring of your devices. You can also have the memory usage, reachability, temperature for the device itself, and sensors name if you have them here. And also we have available interfaces that we have a list with the description, operational status, admin status, if they are on a port channel, their trunk, or their routed ports, and the VLANs that we have on each of these trunks. It's a very easy way for you to go over and check a configuration quickly. Interface availability that we have here, and transmission and reception utilization errors. So this is the first view, as you can see, for device 360. That gives you a really good understanding of what is the status of your hardware at certain time. Let's go back a little bit to network. But this time we will go into provision inventory, where we also will be able to see the device 360. Let's check one of the edge devices. If you click on them, you can either select view device details or view 360. The view for 360 on the same switch will be very similar. This is an edge device. We had a border, so will be very, very similar. But if we check, let's see one of my access points that I have here. I will also have device 360 view. Just give me 1 second, please. Just 1 second, please. This is still loading. And let's go back here. Okay, quick second. Let me try to reload Chrome. Sorry about the technical issue here. This live demo. And let me get a new window for you here. Okay, so we can come back again to provision, inventory. We will take a look on one of these access points. We can click on 360 view for it. We'll load also same similar dashboard with a little bit of a different information. And as you can see, we can also have the timeline. You will get the MAC address. We will get which wireless LAN controller is connected to, the model of your access point, software version, management IP address. And as you can see, we find some issues here where at a certain moment of the time, in example for this access point, you can see we're measuring similar KPIs, such as the memory utilization, CPU utilization, the link errors, the noise air quality, channel utilization, interface, and traffic utilization. But in this specific moment, when we had some problems on our access point, seems that there was a lot of noise there. You can also check which radius you're running and what was the DVM that were having a certain time in there. It was -8 in the second, where we have problems with our access point. There are different tools that you can use from here, such as a ping, traceroute, as we saw before, AP data collection, AP reboot. You can reboot from here instead of going there straight to your wireless LAN controller, radio reset from Catalog Center, and also the flashlight to identify those. Also the path trace that we have, and also the physical network topology. You can see this access point. It has, in this case, is I need to check the other one, but if this one has 0 clients, it's connected to my Edge 1 switch, and it's also getting connected to my 9800 wireless LAN controller. A little bit down here, you can see what has been happening on this specific access point. There was some radio resets. There was some channels that we have set here. Mostly the reset happened to channel change. These operational issues that you can see, you can also verify from the global event viewer all the list of issues that you have. Well, the events, they differ a little bit from events and issues. This is the event viewer, where you can see all the list of issues that you have been getting on your Catalog Center, the status critical, and you can also show selected events. You can verify what happened. In this case, we have a Pecchiano to the clock and a little bit check what is happening. You can create an issue from this event and then keep sensing what is going on with the events and issues. Let me go back here for a second. You can see the issues open from this tab 2, issues and events. We can see only have a few here. You can select them, acknowledge, and clear. And going back again to provision inventory, we can take a look on one of our different type of devices. We have a wireless LAN controller here, where you can also see the device 360 view. Let's give it a second to load. This device also have been really healthy during the last 24 hours. There is no issues on it. You can see overall the timeline. Everything has been good. In this case, we're only measuring memory utilization and link errors and data point here for the wireless LAN controller. You can also see the wireless LAN controller, how many access points you have getting here, the score for each of those, IP address, software version, and also the event viewer that you can see here. A little bit more on the device information. You can see the uptime, last reset, redundancy mode for your wireless LAN controller, the total number of clients that we have, CPU for different cards that you have, memory, temperature, and the sensors. If you have any there, in this case, it's just a wireless LAN controller you have. You can see all the interfaces from it. We have a couple of interfaces down here. Most of them, you can see all the description needed, etc. So this is a really good way to review what is the current status of your wireless LAN controller, check how much traffic have been going through the packets, discard packets, and so on, and transmit and reception metrics that we have seen here. Now, if we go back to the device health, as I mentioned, there is these health score settings that you can see on the assurance settings. that you can try to track. For example, going back to the wireless LAN controller, there are going to be the different families of devices we can see here. We can go for wireless LAN controller. We can say, okay, maybe for linker or memory utilization, we can verify. It is good to be at 95%, maybe no. Maybe I want to make it up down to 75 and keep tracking that. If I have some issues on the wireless LAN controller, it goes up from 75. I will include that on the device health score. And you can also synchronize to the health threshold triggered by any KPI for memory utilization on the wireless LAN controllers. So by that way, you can tweak a little bit the network monitoring that you do from the Catalyst Center on this health score setting. This is just an example. You have all the types of metrics that we're using on different type of devices. You can see we have for BGP, we have trusted. Most of them, they will have CPU utilization. There you can go over the list, the link discards error, memory utilization. Also for memory, I maybe want to go a little bit lower, like for test 75 too. You can apply those changes to keep a better monitoring of your network devices. Also for applications, you can set the applications for voice, multimedia, streaming, and so on. See which application, delay, jitter, latency, a packet loss you want to apply for those, and if they will be included on a health score. That is also shown on the health for applications. Unfortunately, in this lab, I don't have many applications running on my host, but it will give you all the relevant application health, the application use, all the throughput that you have been using there. So you can have a better understanding of these applications. Whenever you see them, you will be able to have a 360 view for them, so you can track what is going on. Finally, we will have the client 360. This is the main dashboard for client assurance. You will see there may be some issues here. I only have one device here. You can see the connectivity, NSR, client count per SSID, and my client devices. So I have this host where the health for now is 10. You can see the AP name where it's connected, which band, location. And if we click here, you will go straight to the client 360 view. We can see that this device has been getting good health, and the traffic usage for it has been up and down. But overall, the connectivity that you see on the metrics that we have for client health, we have, first of all, we have the onboarding, if it has been passed, if it has been authenticated, getting an IP address. Then connectivity it has on a wireless for RSSI, SNR, the data rate, any transmission or reception that we have, the retries, the drops that you may have, information about the device itself, about IP address, if it has been active, which SSID we're getting into for onboarding, the access point that you have, channel, and the band that you have for it. So getting down a little bit, you can see the summary has been 4 successful attempts for it to get onboarded. If it has any issue, how it got the DHCP. You can see that it's on my enterprise SSID connected to this access point and then to the wireless LAN controller. So the onboarding was good. Event Viewer will give you all details in case you have any issues with your authentication or getting an onboarding of a wireless device that you're getting into your network. You will be able to get that. You can also get the client data collection. Let's try to open. And run path traces. As I mentioned, it's a very useful tool for you to check connectivity in between. As you can see, there is some traffic going on for DNS. You can see the application experience for DNS, how the network latency, packet loss, jitter, and so on, and the usage that you have in here. Going down a little bit, you will find all the detailed information for the device itself. This is a Microsoft workstation, the host name, MAC address, IPv6 address, the status of it that is connected, a little bit of the wireless information for the connection you have. For connectivity, you can see, again, the metrics for transmission receptions and the RSSI and SNR graphs that you can grab for specific devices. So also, this is a really good way to understand how can you get further into these clients and know if there's any issue within the different time frames that you can set here. You will be able to get more insights and know how to troubleshoot these issues better. So let's go back to health. We have reviewed the network devices 360, the client devices 360. There is also another 360 view that is called System 360 that will give you all the information about your Catalyst Center. You can see all the services that are running if they are up. So it's also a very good way to review if you have any issues with assurance. You can track that from here. You can see that all the services are up on this Catalyst Center. In case you have enabled a cluster, you can check the high availability and the cluster tools. You can check for software management if you have set up your backup server. And also very important for assurance, you can check the application health. Assurance is green. That means that all the assurance processes are running good. You can check your external connected systems such as ICE, IP address management, Umbrella, and Stelwash from here. So this is also a really good view to review the main health from your Catalyst Center. You also have the system health. You can check the Catalyst Center, a little bit of the network, eyes that it's connected. Everything looks good from here. And getting back a little bit to the inventory, as I mentioned, apart from the 360 views, when you click on one of your inventory devices, you can also check the view device details from the part of assurance and part of configuring options that we have on Catalyst Center. You can see all the information from this switch. You can also have the run commands. You will have a CLI straight from Catalyst Center, so you can get any commands that you will be needed without getting SSH to it. You will have a very good graphic view to see which interfaces are up, which ones are available, if you have any are disabled or admin disabled interfaces. How's the layer 2 configuration? You can also check for system, hardware, software, all the information needed that you can have in case you want to replace one of the devices. You have some big issues with it, you can go here and also check the PoE power details. How are your fans, SFP modules, the interfaces, VLANs that you have configured on each of those. As you can see, they're all listed here. And you can also do a layer 2 configuration from here. If you click on edit, you will be able to create VLANs from here, get them into discovery protocols that are enabled, configure your STP, and so on. So this is a very handy view for you to configure devices if you want to go that way. But again, from the inventory, we have two options, the device 360, details from the device itself. You can also have the command runner working here. So overall, all these features and capabilities from Assurance and Device 360 will help you to go further into know better what is happening on your network. With all of those, along with the issue detection and the suggestion to mitigate all of them, you will be able to maintain and get faster resolution for your problems. And this is a little bit of the 360 views that we have available on Catalyst Center. Let me go back to our presentation. There are going to be key points to remember. So remember, this is the assurance will help you to get a comprehensive network health overview with all this dashboard that will provide a high level of the health of network devices. Clients will be highlighting all these global issues with the suggested remediation steps. And from there, you can drill down from the main hierarchy, go to sites, device client topology, and so on. Also, the ways that you can customize a health score, it's supported, as we mentioned. The telemetry and device assignment, you remember to deploy your devices, discover them on Catalyst Center, get a proper telemetry from them, assign them to your sites, and then get all these critical prerequisites to enable assurance monitoring that will give you all this insights, including the device 360 views. And this setup will ensure for you to get all these actionable insights from these dashboards. And as you can see, the advanced troubleshooting and automation, all of these suggested actions, the issue and event detection is driven by the AI analytics, anomaly detection, and all the machine reasoning that is behind the core of Catalyst Center that will help you proactively identify and resolve network issues. So this integration will also give you as an extra tool to get automation capabilities, get into creation of tickets and so on, the event notifications that we mentioned, that we will try to cover on another webinar for you. And with that said, I think it's that we have for today a demo. Can I take it back to you, Rigo?
Great. Thank you so much, Julio. That was a great and informative presentation. Before we wrap up the event for today, I just wanted to take a moment to address some questions from our audience, if that's okay. Um, one question that I see here is, what is the primary benefit of Catalyst Center's Assurance 360-degree health dashboards?
Thank you, Rico. So the primary benefit is to provide a comprehensive, holistic view of your network devices, clients, and applications that will enable you to have proactive network monitoring and swift issue detection across your entire environment.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Another question here for you, Julio, is how does Catalyst Center Assurance help in identifying and resolving network issues faster?
Well, as we saw, all these AI-driven analytics and the customizable health score will provide to you actionable insights to perform this root cause analysis. These will lead to faster identification and remediation of the network issues.
Excellent. Thank you. Uh, Next question is, can Catalyst Center Assurance help me understand the health of my clients and applications, not just devices?
Yes, definitely. The Catalyst Center Assurance includes the comprehensive view for 360 and the overall network health for network devices, clients, and applications. So it will give you a full picture of all your network operational status.
Perfect. Thank you, Julio. It looks like we just have two more questions here. Um, what advanced features does Catalyst Center Assurance offer for enhancing operational efficiency?
Well, as you see from these AI-driven anomaly detection and machine reasoning for complex issue resolutions, both of these features that we have in Catalyst Center will significantly enhance the operational efficiency and proactive network management.
All right, and the final question here to help us wrap up is: are the health scores in Catalyst Center Assurance customizable?
Yes, as I show in the demo, you can go on these health scores and identify the KPIs. So that will allow you to leverage customizable health scores, identify what are your needs on your network to set KPIs as you need. And this is part of the AI-driven analytics. So you will be able to tweak a little bit your monitoring needs and priorities.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Julio. So with that last question and answer, we're going to go ahead and close out the presentation for today. And once again, Julio, I just want to thank you for speaking about this topic with our audience. I hope that everyone found great value in the information that was shared here today. I would also like to extend a very big thank you to our panelists for lending a hand with all of the questions throughout the event, and also to our producer for assisting with this session as well. We really appreciate it. And for our attendees, if you do have any additional questions or would like to continue the conversation about today's topic, we do encourage you to participate in our online post-webinar discussion on the Cisco Learning Network. The link to that post is available on your Slido screen on the left-hand side, so feel free to check it out at your convenience. One other reminder is that we have launched a short survey in Slido, and we would really appreciate it if you can just lend a minute of your time to complete it and let us know how you like today's presentation. We always look forward to receiving your valuable feedback. And again, for those of you who are interested in revisiting this session, we will have the recording available for on-demand viewing immediately. So if you need to go back to or just need to catch up to, if you jumped in a little late, you can go ahead and tune into that replay right now. Thanks again to our presenter, to our panelists, and to all of our attendees for joining us here live. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time on the Cisco Learning Network. Bye, everybody.